Right, now menstrual hygiene management is an everyday challenge to the adolescent child globally, particularly for girls from deprived backgrounds. This is the reason why there's a need for the achievement of good hygiene practices among adolescents. Bad menstrual hygiene adversely affects girls, particularly when it comes to school attendance. Most of them refuse to attend school, especially during contact hours, for sometimes 1 week, due to the absence of sanitary pads and guidance and counseling services. Rural Girls Empowerment is a non-governmental organization. They're seeking to address these concerns, and we're very happy to have with us in the studio Amdia Abdul Latif. She is Executive Director for Rural Girls Empowerment. Amdia, it's very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
It's very good work that you're doing. Tell us a little bit about what caused you to even take up this cause in the first place.
It all started when I relocated to the rural community as a national service person, and then I was teaching in the basic school. So that was when I became acquainted with some of the numerous challenges these young girls were going through. Some of my girls were missing school. In fact, there was this particular day, a woman approached me during my session that I should allow one of my girls go home to breastfeed her crying baby. That was when I said, wow. So I had mothers in my class. So upon further interrogations with these young girls, I realized some of them were dropping out of school, some were exchanging sex for sanitary pads, and that was when I realized if there's something I could do, why not? So I brought them together under a mentorship club that I established, and then we meet, highlight some of the challenges they are going through, and then we come up with solutions to conquer them.
Excellent. Tell me about the impact of it. Rural Girls Empowerment. Have you been able to track the difference that you've made to these young girls?
In fact, we decided to make sure these young girls stay in school so they could learn hard. How do we make sure that by providing them with their school basic materials like the sanitary pads? So I started with a pen and pad campaign, which is to provide young girls with sanitary pads. So I fundraised, and then I supplied them with sanitary pads, and then educated them on menstrual hygiene management. But it wasn't sustainable because menstruation is a monthly occurrence. So definitely every month you have to keep giving the girl pads. So through research, I came up with an innovative idea, which is the reusable sanitary pad. And then so far I've piloted it, and then we are ready to go to
That's
keep
interesting. So this is something you came up with yourself. Do you have an example here that you can show us?
Yes, I do.
This is a reusable sanitary pad.
Reusable sanitary pad. This is how it's packaged.
Right.
Yes.
And there are quite a number of them.
I had a sample from Days for Girls, which is an international organization that is manufacturing reusable pads. But this is made by myself. Right. Yes, so I made these ones. This is the shield. This is the shield, and there's no way it's going to leak. And this is the absorbent. Right. Yes, so when the girl has access to this, this can stay for more than a year, because the disposable pads we have in the market, I mean, there are health implications because of the chemicals, the plastic and fragrances that are used in the production of these disposable sanitary pads. They have health implications, on the reproductive system of the young girl. And then it's not environmentally friendly because, of course,
the disposal causes problems.
Yes, half of the world is menstruating.
Let me have a look at this. So basically, this is the absorbent part, and this is what feels a bit waterproof, actually.
Yes.
This is the shield. Okay. Yes. So you're saying that a girl can use this continuously for over a year? Yes.
In fact, the monitoring and evaluation on those that are currently using it, I mean, go beyond 3 years.
That's amazing. So they would wash this?
Yes.
Is that how to keep it
clean?
This
is it. So when we give you a pack of this, we give you 3 of these, and then 6 of the pad, so that in a day, depending on how heavy you flow, you use this one, and then you change based on how you soak.
The absorbent part. Okay.
Yes, and then we add disinfectant soap, so that you could wash it with hot water, and then you make sure you dry it in the sun, and then you iron it. And then we give you a hanger. So you hang it, and then you are good to go. So when the young girl from the poverty-stricken communities, of course, they don't have access to money. to buy these parts. So when you get them these parts, reusable parts, she's good to go for more than a year without
fascinating innovation.
Yes.
So do they cost a lot to produce?
Yes, actually not very much. These ones I use the locally made materials, all of them. It's just the fastness. You see, this one is the internationally made. This is internationally made by Days for Girls. So this one is not available in the country, which you need to import and other things.
I see. But certainly progress there. Have you got interest to sponsor your work from organizations?
In fact, we are planning, because of the work we are doing, we want to make sure thousands, for now that's the pilot project, to provide 1,000 reusable parts for schoolgirls in the rural communities. So in order to do that, you need support. And then the sewing of it too, you know, we want to make sure we engage rural girls. So those that are even out of school, the young mothers, we are engaging them in the sewing of the reusable parts, thereby giving them economic sustenance and livelihood. Because some of these gender-based violence are, born out of over-dependency of these young mothers on the guys, so they resort to hitting them. But when we engage them in the sewing of these reusable sanitary pads, it will give them a source of livelihood.
You're solving several problems in these rural communities. That's wonderful. Which communities do you have a presence in at the moment?
At the moment, we are working in Neighborhood community, Amantia community, Chiriase, and a whole lot. Yeah. Well, and then tomorrow is World Menstrual Hygiene Day. Yes, a day that is set aside to educate and break the numerous stigma and misconception that is still hovering around menstruation. So tomorrow, Rural Girls is celebrating the Menstrual Hygiene Day, and then we'll be distributing free sanitary pads and then empowering them on menstrual hygiene management. And then we'll also be launching our reusable sanitary pads in the hope of seeking support and sponsorship. That is why we are calling on key stakeholders, governments and key stakeholders to support this project, because when she gets access to this reusable pad, she will stay in school, learn and break the cycle of the extreme poverty we have in our rural areas. And then my girls too, I have a mentorship club in the communities I work. My girls, they love the second lady of Ghana, Mrs. Samira Bawumia. They say I should tell her to please support the project, and then they also stay in school, learn, and then be empowered, reach their full potential, and then emulate the excellent work she's doing for Mother Ghana.
I know she's out of the country at the moment, but no doubt her team will be watching this, and of course she is very interested in this sort of thing, so I hope you catch her attention and get some results. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, Amdia Abdul Latif is with Empowerment. It is with Rural Girls Empowerment, trying to solve a number of problems in the rural communities of Ghana.